Hi guys, this is Danielle Sotelo. This is my presentation on Barry Jenkins and Tarell Alvin Mcraney. So first I am just going to introduce you guys to Barry Jenkins. So who is Barry Jenkins? Barry Jenkins is an American film director, writer, producer, and screenwriter. Some of his most notable works include Moonlight 2016, which is what we're actually going to be watching this week. If Beale Street Could Talk 2019, and the Amazon Prime TV series The Underground Railroad 2021. He won an Academy Award for Best Picture as well as a Golden Globe Award for his 2016 film Moonlight. He earned his bachelor's degree in fine arts from Florida State University in Tallahassee. Just to dive into his early life a little bit, Jenkins was born November 19th, 1979 in Liberty City, Miami, Florida. Jenkins did not have the easiest upbringing. He was, in a sense, abandoned by his parents at a young age and was left with a surrogate grandmother figure to care for him for much of his childhood. His father died when he was 12 years old, and his mother struggled with a drug addiction. His initial goal was to pursue a creative writing degree at Florida State University, but after a teaching course was discontinued, he actually opted for a film course, and there he kind of found his passion and he immersed himself into foreign cinema. His first short film was called My Josephine, and it follows an Arab American man that falls in love following the 9/11 terrorist attacks. In this film, he is able to explore racial themes, which he himself experienced as a black man in the South. This was just his first short film. I believe he completed this while he was in college. Just a continuation of his early life. Following his graduation from FSU, Jenkins moved to Los Angeles, California, where he worked as a production assistant for Oprah Winfrey's production company, Harpo Films. So he was there for a little bit and then realized that is not what he wanted to be doing with film. So he did eventually leave Los Angeles. He moved to San Francisco, where he released his film Medicine for Melancholy, which was a limited release between 2009 and 2010, and it follows the relationship of a black couple in San Francisco. Between this film and his next film, there was like a 10-year gap where he was still focused on some aspects of film. He worked on writing screenplays, he worked on self-produced short films, but these were all kind of like part-time to his, kind of just like a part-time hobby while he was also trying to make money as a carpenter. So his work on Moonlight in 2016, so Jenkins actually grew up in the same exact neighborhood as Tarell Alvin Mcraney and attended the same elementary and middle school, but they had actually never met prior to their collaboration. So Moonlight is actually the adaptation of Tarell Alvin Mcraney's autobiographical play In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue. Jenkins is said to have been passed Mcraney's work through a mutual acquaintance, to which he immediately connected to the plot as someone that grew up in the same neighborhood as Mcraney and also had a similar upbringing. So Jenkins and Mcraney, it was crazy. They lived in the same exact city, just never crossed paths. It wasn't until an acquaintance connected their work to where they actually were able to collaborate on this film. So just a little bit of things to know on Jenkins' cinematic style on Moonlight. So he utilizes music and lighting as tools to create this kind of dreamy cinematographic experience. There is a heavy utilization of blue lighting, which can be a nod to Mcraney's original title, but is also a tool which sets the film's mood. Um, the usage of music can also be regarded as thought-provoking, and it kind of symbolizes the emotional state of where his characters are at in their lives. So this is a picture from the Moonlight movie, so you can see the heavy usage of blue lighting and tones. Here is a little quick biography on Tarell Alvin Mcraney, sorry. So Tarell Alvin Mcraney is an Oscar-winning screenwriter, playwright, and actor. Similar to Jenkins, he grew up in poverty in Liberty City, Miami, Florida. So his father left his family early into his childhood, and his mother struggled with a drug addiction throughout her life. She would eventually pass from AIDS-related complications when Mcraney was only 22 years old. So Mcraney graduated from New World School of the Arts High School and later attended the Theater School of DePaul University in Chicago, where he received his Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in acting. In May 2007, Mcraney graduated from Yale's School of Drama's playwriting program. Mcraney wrote In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue without the intention of it ever going out. He has stated that as a play, it would be harder to produce, so the collaboration with Jenkins ended up being a great way to get his work out there. In an interview with NBC titled Tarell Alvin Mcraney, The Man Who Lived Moonlight, Mcraney was asked if Jenkins' film still felt like his own story, to which Mcraney replied, "Yep, even more so, I think. To see it on page is one thing, but to see it actually happen is kind of terrifying."